Do is distribute entry forms. Now, all entries moving beyond the local level must be digital. Physical entries will not be accepted, and this includes anything that is handwritten. They must be digitally typed entries. Use the fillable student entry form on the OCCPTA website. Forms must be signed by a parent or a guardian. If using Google Forms, which is totally fine, there must be a section clearly stating that the parent has approved the submission. This year, in the past, I've taken ones that have written, but it does cause to error when it comes to spelling names, not sure if spelling is correctly. So this year, I'm absolutely not accepting any submissions that are not typed or digitally printed out. Our next thing is to do the reflections, is next is coordinating and reviewing submissions. So you want to set a clear deadline, allow ample time for collecting entries, reviewing submissions, and judging. You also want to verify the entries. And I really want to make sure I stress this to everyone. Ensure that all entries follow the category rules. That is your job as your unit's chair. You also want to and need to confirm the originality, no copy content, or copyrighted material. That is the unit's reflections chair's responsibility. Also, you want to make sure that you confirm the grade division and required forms that are included. You, as a chair, are definitely responsible for your unit, and we absolutely appreciate you grabbing all the entries that you're going to have. However, it is very important that you vet it. Please do not leave it up to OCCPTA to vet your submissions. This has been happening actually over the few years. We want to make sure that we get that back to the unit's sake. OCCPTA will not verify submissions sent for the county level, and they will be judged at our discretion. And I say that because if there's an entry that you're not sure if it's copyright and it comes to us, and it is, we will have to disqualify it. And it's really not fair to that student when we could have worked on it before it got to us. So definitely make sure that you're vetting every single submission that you receive. Please make sure you vet them before sending them off to the county level. Unfortunately, we did have to disqualify approximately 3 entries last year due to either copyright or not original works. And it just breaks my heart. So really make sure that we are looking at that. And it's not fair to the student either. So let's make sure that we're vetting all of the entries that come to you. When you have a second grader that says things are at a high school level, we will question it, but we will not come back to it's too many entries for us to reach out to every unit. So please make sure you vet them before they come to us. Once they come to us, I feel that you've already vetted it, and then we'll use our discretion from then on. So after you've done that amazing job and vetted qualifying all your submissions, next you're going to review your submissions, and that's where your judges come into the process. For our judges, we have three review criteria, and they're all based off a 100-point scale. The first is the interpretation of the theme. That's 40 points. So how closely did the piece relate to the theme? Based on the artwork itself and the artist's statement. That's 40%. That is the largest point position of the entire criteria. The second is creativity. And creativity is how creative and original the piece is in its conception of the theme and its presentation. The last point of the criteria is the technical skill. How creative and original the piece is in the conception of the theme and its presentation. Same theory. So all that leads up to a beautiful 100 points. In case of a tie, the higher interpretation of theme score wins. So we do this by blind judging because we don't want it to be listed to a person, place, or thing. So it's all by blind. So there's 2 ways you could do this. You can conduct a blind judging. Well, you will conduct a blind judging, but you can do this either online review. So you would assign numbers to each submission digitally, provide the reviewers with a list of the submission titles and the artist statements, because again, that's 40% of the 100%, 40 points of the 100, and assigned by number. You would share the digital copies of student works using a cloud-based file, either Dropbox or Google Drive, and either platforms, or by a USB drive, or I don't know if anybody still uses them, but CDs. The other way you can do the blind judging is by hosting an in-person review session where you would display the works on tables around a room. Then you place the title of work and the artist statement in front of each student's work. You can trifold the student entry form to show only the judging information section, which would include the artist statement and the title. You would instruct your reviewers, your judges, to rotate around the room and score each entry. That's one way to do it too. When you're tallying the entries, provide your reviewers with directions found in the review packet in your local leader's guide. Again, that's found on the OCCPTA website. Judges will record their points for each submission, then add and rank accordingly. Again, if two entries are tied, the entry with the higher score for interpretation of theme gets the more recognition. Now, once you're done with that, the next thing you're going to do is the best thing is going to be able to celebrate your student winners. You'll create a list of winners and assign awards based on the rankings by division and category. So, for instance, how they're ranked in the world of reflections is Award of Excellence, aka first place, Award of Merit, aka second place, and your honorable mention, which is your third place. You can consider ordering certificates and medals and prizes. ShopPTA.com has a great selection of things that you can purchase, and they're all themed to I Belong. It's easy to order. Price is really great. No taxes are a great thing, and they get here in a timely manner. And then you want to host a celebration. Now, you can host a celebrate ceremony at maybe your next PTA meeting, maybe on your morning announcements at your school, or even as a standalone event. A celebration is a great way to build enthusiasm and drive future participation. Everyone loves to see their name up on a wall. The next thing to do is going to wrap up and report your reflections program success. You return all the non-advancing works to student artists. You're going to communicate with the advancing student artists regarding their artwork and then plan for next year. And the best part is you're going to plan on attending the OCCPTA Award Ceremony, which will be in February of 2026, date pending. But then you say, wait, Alicia, wait. But how do we submit our winning entries to you, Alicia? That is a multiple, beautiful question. I'll tell you how. How do you submit your entries to me? There's 4-step process. The first one is to create your unit's winners list. Second is to email OCCPTA Reflections Chair, which is me. Third is to upload your entries. And fourth is just to enjoy the program. Ceremony that'll be after that. So let's look at each one of those. This is where it comes down to really paying attention really clearly because it helps our job, your job, everybody's job is going to be great. So first, you're going to create your unit's winners list. You are going to take the top 3 scores from each category in each division. For each division, this works better for elementary schools. For elementary, you will have a primary division and an intermediate division. Our K through 8 will have 3 divisions: primary, intermediate, and middle. Everyone else, you're probably, if you're high school, you're 1 in that. So you're going to take your top 3 scores from each category in each division. You can only submit 3. Please do not send 4 and ask me to pick the 3 that I want. I have gotten that request before, and it's not fair to me. So please make sure you submit only 3. Be sure that you verify your entries as the OCCPTA chair, and the judges will move forward with the entries as they have been vetted as original works and rules followed. Complete your Form A and your Form B electronically. Form A and B, these forms are sent in with us. They're on the OCCPTA website, and they're the forms that tell us the specifics of your entries. So for instance, they'll give us your student's name, their email, the parent's name, phone numbers. This is ways that we would collect them. How I like to think about it, once you send them to county, those amazing artists are now part of OCCPTA. And so then I need to know who they are so that I can reach out to parents should I need to continue conversations. Double check all spellings and information that are on that Form A and Form B. After your list is created, you're going to send an email to me. You send me an email. So 1 second, sorry, one. You'll send me an email letting me know that you are ready to go. I am ready to submit my entries to the OCCPTA. Once I vet and make sure that you're in compliance, your unit's in compliance, I'll email you once you're verified to be registered for the Reflections program with National. And once I can check your compliance, you'll receive an email from me to begin uploading your information to our website. You will not send any entries or forms to me at this stage. You're just literally sending me an email, letting me know that you're all ready to go and that we're ready to upload. Simple email, really quick. It'll take me maybe 2 to 3 days to get back to you just so I can verify the other items that are on there. Now we're at the upload entries stage. So each unit will have their own private Dropbox. You'll upload the following to your Dropbox: your completed entry forms, the fillable one and the signed, the digital artwork files, your forms A and B. Those will all go into your folder labeled. Make sure your names are right. We'll talk about the labeling in a second. If you have any 3D artwork, please include up to 3 photos showing different angles. No more than 3. I just need 3. Okay. So you're going to put in your folder, again, the fillable entry form, a JPEG picture of your art piece, your Form A, and your Form B. All of this is digital, typed in, no handwriting, please. For ease of processing and sorting the entries, this is the most important part of our jobs as chairs. What you're going to do is some labeling, which is super essential to us making through this whole process. For each of the file names, we're going to use the formats listed here. It's going to be the grade division underscore category underscore first initial last name underscore entry form. Your next one would be grade division underscore category underscore first initial last name underscore art piece. You should only have entry form and art piece. When we get to the Form A and Form B, you're just replacing entry form with the words Form A and Form B, same format. You'll have your unit's name and the Form A, Form B. I can fix those. These are the ones that are most important. So when we say grade division, there's an example right there. So PRI is for primary underscore, LI is for literature underscore, A student. So let's say that's Alicia student. So it's A, her first initial, last name student underscore entry form. Same for art piece. Okay. So for those initials, so that we're all on the same page, does make it easier. I'll show you. Just want to leave it for a second if anybody wants to see it. Okay, here's our abbreviations for labeling. So primary is PRI, all capital letters, please. This is all caps. For intermediate, it's INT. Middle school is MID. High school is HIG. And the ones that's not on there, my apologies, is accessible artists, which is AA. My apologies for not being listed. For categories, visual arts is VA. Literature is LIT. Dance choreography is DC. Music composition is MC. And photography is PH. Incorrectly labeled files will unfortunately be returned to the chair for correction, so please make sure that you're double checking before uploading. We don't want to lose any of our amazing artists' work. Leave it for a couple seconds more if anyone wants to see. After that, you're all done for now. The next thing is the OCCPTA Reflections Award ceremony. So, which is an amazing event. I hope everyone is able to attend. It is definitely a fun event. We're doing some things a little different this year, but still the same great energy. But that will be in February. We hope to get that date out to you by November. We're hoping for. I have that date there. So that's the program up in a nutshell. So thank you all so much for dedication for supporting the arts for our students. I will pause for any questions that you may have, and we'll go into our awesome chat room to see if there's any questions that are here. If you have any questions, welcome to start. Oh.
Hey, Alicia, I have one.
Yes.
Sorry, my basketball with my kids, so I'm just walking away. My video is not working. There we go. Here I am.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure for the digital form, if we do, because I've done in the past a Google form with it says by signing this is my digital signature, but then I then put them onto the form.
Hmm.
So I type the parent's signature as they type it on the Google form. Is that okay?
Yes, that is fine
Okay.
as long as you have a record of
As
it.
long as I have record that
Right.
they said this is my digital signature. Okay, perfect. That's what I just wanted to make sure because that's easy. Thank you
Yes.
so
No,
much.
you're welcome. Thank you, Crystal.
Yeah.
And I think there was another question. I can't see. I think there was another. Okay, so this presentation we are looking at with the amazing communications chair, we're looking at actually making this into electronic one. So, because we didn't record this way and this way, so just more formal. And we're hoping to post that to either Facebook or to the YouTube channel. So you're so welcome. Any other I will tell you the my two biggest things, and if anything, I'm always open for help. I don't immediately respond back, but I promise I'll respond with you by 24 hours. I will promise. But I will tell you if there's any ever questions that anyone ever has, please feel free to let me know. We it My biggest things are the labeling, to be honest with you, is the labeling and the vetting of the work. It's just unfortunately fortunately, well, first let me say, fortunately, our kids are super excited, right, to be part of this because it's an amazing program. Unfortunately, sometimes they don't understand the barred work that they have, that it's just that they can't necessarily draw a picture of Dog Man and think that that's okay as something to submit. So it has to be an original artwork, and this is where you all can help me by making sure that we're making it um, yeah. Yes. Making sure that it's original artwork. That includes music too. So songs, they cannot do a TikTok song and sing the TikTok song from Doja Cat and say that that's an original piece of art because they did a dance to it and they're singing to it. They can dance to a dance. I would suggest not doing a TikTok dance because technically that's not original. And the judges that we have for county are well versed in things that go on out in the world. So they're very up on TikTok trends and things like that. So I would definitely take a look at it. When you look at those writings, when it comes down to our elementary schools, please, please, please make sure that we're looking at those entries and vet them and make sure that they're not mom and dad writing those artist statements. I'll be honest with you, the cutest things and the things that have gone further in life on these reflections have been the ones where they say, I belong because I like my cat. Sincerely, I will tell you, those are the ones that go far, not the ones that have a huge thesis statement with it. Because then I will tell you that is a lot. Our judges do look at that, they side eye a little bit, but so keep it original. And for my folks in my middle schools and high schools, if you are doing music compensation, please make sure that we're reading the rules. So we do need a score sheet to go along with those music compositions. For all of my literature, please make sure that you are having them count the words. There is a word count. There's a maximum word count for their entries. Um, when it comes to that part, when things are not counted, we it takes more time for us to count them for us, and it does delay our time. But again, these are all things that should have been vetted before they went to their round of judging at their own unit. So I just want to make sure that we're make sure we're vetting all of our entries before they come through. If
Question.
yes,
Sorry. If it's, say, a group of children doing it, it
yeah,
has to be one person submitting, like, put
that
it
is
this way. Group of children doing a music piece, one
mhm.
person or two people creating the sound, another person videoing it, another person or a group of them dancing it, or it has to be one person for each category, separate, no matter what.
Super great question. It is one. It's one person, so they all can't submit it as a group effort. It's just one. So, but here's what I was saying. Um, it there's a if there's a video that they're making a video and there's a group that there's four girls that are dancing, that is now a video piece that is by Sarah Jane. If George Beckett wrote the music and he wants to enter that music that they used as a music composition, not that video, George can enter it as that. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
But
thank you. It does
yeah,
make sense.
yeah,
So whoever one person has to be a lead, and
correct.
then it's broken into its pieces.
Yes, if that's the case. Another intro too. I know that's there. We actually had a young lady in a middle school. Just I know this is kind of off topic. Well, it's still on your topic a little, but she sang a song. I mean, she wrote a song and sang it, and so she entered for music. When I went to her, I said, "Oh, that's awesome. That's great. You know, that's also a poem." So she entered as a literature also, and she went pretty far. So thinking that way too, that's two entries versus one. So kind of thinking outside the system, but it really is legitly. She wrote a poem that she sang as a song, and she wrote the music for it. It wasn't there, but yes, different ones. We had an entry that he entered a saxophone, and it was oh my gosh, it was a Christmas theme, but he rewrote it in a different key. It was disqualified because it was still that Christmas song. Even though he wrote it in a different key, he didn't really write that. It wasn't original. So that's where it gets to just an original piece of things. So for that, if George wrote the lyrics and wrote the song, he's an entry on his own. But he wants to use that music in somebody's in their group dance, that's someone else's. That's great. But just one entry, it's only one person that is attached to it.
Okay. And then from what you're saying, technically, music is poetry, it can split the two. They can actually technically go into two categories if it's
Yes,
drafted differently.
yes, ma'am. Yes, yes.
Okay, for sure. Thank you.
You're welcome. Great. If anyone wants to, oh, you're welcome. Thanks for coming. If anyone would like any of the yard signs or posters, I have 100 posters and I have a few yard signs left. I have Spanish and English. Please email me and we'll figure out a way to get them to you or meet up somewhere. But they're awesome to put in your front of your school. It's a call to entry. So please email me. I know there's some coming in the chat, but it'd be best if you can email me. And my email's still on the screen for you right there. So email me and then we'll be sure to get those out to you as soon as we can. Are there any other questions before we say goodnight? I don't want to rush anything. You guys were amazing. Thank you. Yay. Oh, I love it. It's my fun. So I would ask that we all go ahead and register your units. Um, I will say that everyone on the call, I do not have you registered as I looked on my list, just so you know. So again, if you think you did it, go ahead and do it again. It's not going to hurt anything, but I don't have you on the list that I was given on Saturday. Awesome. Well, there's any other questions or anything new, please feel free to give me a call, email me. Well, you email, don't call, but email me. And we're going to have this presentation, a nice tighter one coming. I will post it online thanks to Faith. And if there's nothing else, I will say goodnight. Thank you all so much, so much for coming. And I'm looking forward to seeing your amazing works of art. Please,
I
please.
think, hold on,
Yes,
Kimberly has her hand raised.
where is that? Oh, I don't see it.
She
Kimberly?
had
I put it down a while ago. I was like, I want signs.
Oh, no, sorry. Yes, if you can
I'm
you
right along with you. I'm sending the email too.
beautiful. I will literally we'll figure out a way because I want to get them out. I'm doing like first come, first serve. It's gonna be great. I have a lot of posters. I was just gonna just send them out to people, but I'd rather give them to people who want them first, and then I'm just gonna harass people and make them do it. So let's go from there.
Are you over at the downtown location?
No, I'm actually in Lake Nona.
Oh, you're on the corner from me still.
Oh, then perfect. I'm at Innovation Middle. Is my school is Innovation Middle, but I can go to anywhere. I mean, I can go anywhere, but
I could just head over to you tomorrow, honestly.
I'm actually, I am substituting at Moss Park Elementary tomorrow. Um, but if you'd give me a time, it might be during my break time that we can get that. We'll talk. We'll email. How about that? We'll email and go back forth. We can make that happen. Thanks. Yay. Perfect. You're welcome. Awesome. Well, on that note, if there's nothing else, I'm going to thank you all. 30 minutes, 35. We did really good time. So thank you for coming. And please share with anybody, any other schools, any of your feeder schools. That would be amazing. My goal was to get one from every unit, but I'm not sure if we can this year, but we're going to try. So thank you all so much. Oh, wait, there's a raised hand is that Melanie?
Nope, that was an accident. I was trying to say thank you. I was trying to
Oh,
do like somebody else and find the applause button, but it wasn't there.
no worries. Thank you all so much for coming. I thank you, appreciate it. Have a great night, and I look forward to seeing your. There's somebody new. Sorry, Nora. I look forward to seeing your entry soon. Nora, hang out for 1 second. Don't leave. I'll chat with you for a second.